Assalamu alaikum, family. How's everyone doing? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day. Hope you're doing well. Just want to talk a little bit of sports for those of y'all who love college basketball, like myself. March Madness is upon us. The tournament starts. The two tournaments, because it's the field of 68, and then it goes down to 64. So there are two tournament. I think there are two games today to whittle it down to 64. And the gist of the tournament starts on Thursday. My Michigan Wolverines, who are ranked number 14, I think they moved up to number 14 in the rankings. They have a number 5 seed in the South region. They play in Denver at 10 o'clock Eastern time. They play Thursday night at 10 p.m. in Denver, the Mile High City. They are number 5 seed. Now, their record is 25-9. They won the Big Ten, won the Big Ten tournament. They didn't win the regular season. Michigan State won that. But Michigan won the Big Ten tournament just this past weekend. They beat Purdue. They beat Maryland at the last second on a layup. And they beat Wisconsin in a defensive game that was just horrible shooting. But they managed to win 59-53, beating Wisconsin. Yet, Wisconsin, Maryland, and Purdue are ranked, have higher seedings than Michigan. And Michigan beat these teams. Michigan beat them. But yet they have higher seedings than Michigan. And Michigan won the Big Ten tournament. Where does that make sense? How does that make sense? How? How does it make sense? North Carolina, the North Carolina Tar Heels, coached by Hubert Davis, had a horrible year this year. I think they won 22 games, lost 13 or something like that. Got destroyed by Duke. Each time they played them, the 3 times they played Duke, got destroyed. Yet they made the NCAA tournament. And they mentioned the quad 1 wins or quad 2 wins or whatever. And North Carolina was 1-12 in that schedule. They had a horrible year. They could score points, but they're terrible on defense. Terrible on defense. Not a good team at all. But some way, somehow, they're in the NCAA tournament. And so are the Texas Longhorns, who didn't have a good season either. They had a winning record, but they didn't cut the mustard. Like teams like West Virginia, who won more games than both Texas and North Carolina, had more wins than both of them, didn't make the tournament. Did not make the tournament. And the governor of West Virginia went on TV, was it yesterday, saying that it was a travesty of justice that the West Virginia Mountaineers didn't make the NC tournament, didn't make the men's tournament. A travesty of justice. Pump your brakes, Mr. Governor. There are a lot of more things that are more important in your state than the Mountaineers making the NCAA tournament. There are a lot more pressing issues in West Virginia. People, it's one of the poorest states in the nation. Y'all still depend on coal mining jobs down there, if I'm not mistaken. The poverty level is high. The literacy rate is low in West Virginia. But West Virginia Mountaineers not making a tournament is a travesty of justice. Really? Pump your brakes, Mr. Governor. I get it that you're a Mountaineer fan, that you're upset that they didn't make it, but I don't think it's a travesty of justice. So just pump your brakes there, Mr. Governor. There are more pressing issues that you have in your state. Yes, West Virginia is like a third world country. I've been there a few times. My childhood best friend, may Allah be pleased with him, lived in West Virginia for a few years. And it is like podunk. Charleston, West Virginia is the capital and largest city in the state, I believe. It's a podunk state. Every town in that city, every town in that city, Lord have mercy, every town in that state is podunk. It's podunk. It's like backwoods. No disrespect to those from West Virginia, but it's kind of primitive. It's just, and the coach of Michigan is Dusty May. Dusty May. This is his first year. Um, he was the coach at Florida Atlantic, I believe, and Michigan hired him last offseason. And this is his first year. And in his first year, with a bunch of transfers, they won the Big Ten tournament, and they're in the NCAA men's tournament. So, but they got a fifth seed. The reason why North Carolina and the athletic director is on a committee for the NCAA to choose which teams make the tournament. Bubba Cunningham is the athletic director for the North Carolina Tar Heels. Excuse me, for the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. He's the athletic director. He's also, like I said, he's on the committee for picking teams to go to the tournament. He had to recuse himself because it was a conflict of interest. If you believe that he didn't influence the committee's decision to pick his Tar Heels to get into the tournament, then I have oceanfront property in Nebraska to sell you because Boo Boo the fool know that this man influenced that decision. I mean, come on. But it's also a marketing ploy too, because we know North Carolina is a hotbed for college basketball. It's a blue blood. I cannot stand the North Carolina Tar Heels. I've had disdain for them for 32 years now. After the end of that debacle, the Michigan North Carolina championship game in '93, where Chris Webber called a timeout when we didn't have any, and Michigan was the far better team. We were better than North Carolina. Donald Williams, Eric Montross, uh, um, George Lynch. They weren't better than Jalen Rose, Jawan Howard, Chris Webber, um, um, Jimmy King, and Ray Jackson. They were not better than them. Yeah, well, we fucked ourselves actually. We screwed ourselves because it was just that last few seconds of that game, we it was mental. We had a mental breakdown. We screwed ourselves. But North Carolina had no business winning that game because we were the far better team. We gifted them that game. Literally, we gifted them that game. I'll never forget it. I was on the couch watching that game in my living room in Detroit, watching that game with my parents, with my father and my mother, who was pregnant with my baby brother at the time. And we were like, oh no, what just happened? What just happened? So ever since then, I had a disdain for North Carolina. I don't care that Michael Jordan played there, James Worthy, Jerry Stackhouse, Rasheed Wallace, who I'm a big fan of, Vince Carter. I don't give a, I don't, I could give a damn. I don't care. North Carolina is a blue blood. I will admit it. So, with that being said, this is why they're in the tournament because even though they had a a terrible season. They should have been in NIT. So should Texas. But because North Carolina is a hotbed for one of the hotbeds of college basketball, along with Kentucky, along with Duke, along with I guess you could throw Michigan State in there. Kentucky, Duke, Kansas is another one. They had a bad year. Um, but there are a lot of people who like North Carolina. Michael Jordan went there, like I just said a few seconds ago. So I believe I'm on the mindset that MJ had an influence um, with North Carolina, his alma mater, being in the tournament. It's good viewing ratings. North Carolina basketball is must see TV, so they did it for a PR standpoint. Same thing with Texas. You have the largest markets in the nation in the state of Texas. The Dallas market is the fourth largest market. The Houston market is the what? The fifth or sixth largest market. So you have large markets there in Texas. So from a marketing standpoint, that's why they did it. From a basketball standpoint, it was wrong. It was wrong as two left shoes. North Carolina and Texas both should be in the NIT, and West Virginia should be in the dance. They should be going dancing. So it's not right. It's unfair. Um, North Carolina will not go far. It will get bounced out. They'll probably win their opening game, but they're not going to go past the seed of 32. They're not going to go past the. They're not going to the Sweet 16. They're going to get knocked out in the round of 32, second round. They may win their first round game, may or may not. You'd be surprised because these lower seed teams don't have nothing to lose. They just happy to be there. So if they lose, it's no big deal. We weren't expected to be here no way. But they're going to play their hearts out. And it's a problem of matchups because they don't play these teams throughout the season. So North Carolina could be knocked out in the opening round, which I doubt if they will. But in the round of 32, they're out of there. Texas, they're out of there. I don't know who Texas played in their opening round game, but they're not gonna go far. Um, Michigan, my Wolverines play the University of California, San Diego, the Tritons, and we're favored by 2.5 points. And I'm not gonna call him an idiot, some misinformed person picked Michigan to lose their game against UC San Diego. We shall see. Me being biased, Michigan is in the same bracket with Michigan State. So I hope we play Michigan State again. And the third time, I hope the third time's a charm and we beat them. I hope we get them. I would love to see my Wolverines go to the Elite Eight, hopefully the Final Four. We shall see. We shall see. Funny things have happened. I've been watching college basketball for what, almost 40 years now, and crazy. I've seen some insane things happen. So who knows? Let the chips fall where they may. But my Wolverines should have been a number 3 seed. I think they're ranked number 14 now in the final poll of the season. Well, for the regular season, they should have been ranked. They should have had a third seed, a number 3 seed. Number 5 seed is ridiculous. They won the Big Ten for God's sakes. They beat teams that were ranked higher than they were. Purdue, Maryland. Maryland was in the top 11. Wisconsin. They were a top 15 ranked team. Then Wisconsin was ranked number 14. Maryland was ranked number 11. And Purdue were ranked number 20. We were ranked number 22. We beat all 3 of them. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Won the Big Ten tournament. Michigan State got put out by Wisconsin. They were ranked number 8. They're out of there. And Tom Izzo's going to choke as normal. That's what Tom Izzo does. He's still living off that championship he won 25 years ago. A lot of these young men and women weren't even born yet, or if they were babies. So again, I hope my Michigan Wolverines go far in the tournament. Hope they go to the Elite Eight, Final Four. I hope they win a damn thing. That would be lovely. But we shall see. Um, Lastly, the college basketball analyst on ESPN, was it Jay Billis, um, Jay Williams, Seth Greenberg, Reese Davis. I think it was Jay Billis on there. All four of them picked the Florida Gators to hoist the 2025 championship. They picked the Florida Gators to win the championship. I haven't really paid attention to Florida like that, but I guess they got a great team. I think they're ranked number four. They definitely got a number one seed, but they picked the Florida Gators to win it all, and they picked Duke to go to the Final Four. I think someone picked Florida to beat Duke, but whatever. Again, we shall see. On that note, I'm gonna hop off of here regarding this. Let me know what you think. I know there are gonna be some who disagree with me about Michigan basketball. Oh, they suck. They're not going far. This and that. Florida's gonna win it. Duke's gonna win it. North Carolina, whatever the case may be. There are gonna be people who disagree with me on this, and that's cool. I have no problem with that. All I ask, let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Even on sports, we know this is not uh in this perspective, this is not what's important, but it's just, friendly banner. We know this is not of the utmost importance, but in our disagreements, even on this, let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. In our disagreements, even though it's just sports, let's use logic, common sense, respect, and facts, not emotion and disrespect. That'll get you nowhere. Support my YouTube channel here, my future projects that's coming up. Need y'all love and support. I can't do these without it. So please continue to support your brother. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. Hit that subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. And brothers and sisters, just be safe out here. Beware and be aware. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. So please beware and be aware. Whether you're going to work, coming home from work, dropping your children off at school, picking them up, running errands, on vacation, whatever the case may be, beware and be aware. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. I will talk to you soon, inshallah, and have a blessed and rest wonderful day. Love y'all. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.